Is that a camera there? That 360 camera.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's not a 360.
It's not. All right. So live on Facebook.
Wow. So I can say anything then.
You can say anything.
Ooh.
Just introduce yourself to all.
Well, hello.
Fans.
Hello, fans. This is the Emperor, Luke Steele, checking in from the beautiful Flushing Meadows of Cityfield
In Queens.
in Queens. Yeah.
Sorry, we're in an interrogation room right now.
Yeah. Been kidnapped by Billboard.
Yeah, exactly. So during this interrogation, during this interrogating kidnapping session,
Yeah.
we're gonna kind of talk about. So you have a new album coming out, and it comes out on the 28th. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, this is our third record. We've been working on it for a few years, and it's it's a great record. You know, we went back to our roots. We started using more analog kind of gear, and we went to Hawaii. There's a train going by.
Yes.
You know, we got to work with some great artists. You know, with Lindsey Buckingham and Wendy from The Revolution, and Timmy LaFay from David Bowie's band, and Henry Hay. So, you know, it's always an adventure doing an Empire record.
How was being in Hawaii? How did that influence your sound and the creation of the record?
I don't know if you've been to Hawaii, but Hawaii's, you know, it's such a beautiful place to relax. You know, it's like the water's so warm, and there's a beautiful summer breeze, and that's the best way we work, when we're, you know, completely relaxed. Like, you know, like I always write great melodies when I'm in my pajamas and I'm looking over the ocean, and you know, it's kind of where music meant to be made. You know, when it's completely calm. It's kind of like a romantic conversation, I guess.
And what is that writing process like? Is it kind of collaborative, or is it split up in any way?
Yeah, we're all kind of like unpredictable chefs in a way. And we all have like different ingredients that are really important, you know, when they work together to make the Empire sound. You know, it's there's a fine balance. Like if I do too much, then it's too heavily Luke Steele, or you know, if Nick does too much, it's too much like Piano. So, you know, I think that's always the process. You know, it's like falling into the role of being like a juggler, like a professional juggler, and working out how you can balance the scales right. And
How do you balance it?
well, I think it's like instinct. You know, you have to like listen to the instinct, and you got to listen to what the music's telling you. Like I went to the chiropractor the other day, great chiropractor Dean Goodman, and he said to me, "Luke, you just got to listen to your body, and it will talk to you, and it will give you messages." And I thought that was just so genius. You know, it's like such a simple thing, but you have to, if you pay attention, then you can never fail at that. You know. And that's like with the music. You have to realize sometimes you try so hard to write a chorus, and you have to know when to, you know, leave and go to the beach or go surfing, and it usually gets found in the most, you know, unobvious kind of place.
What was wrong with you that you went to the chiropractor?
I'm kind of like not a traditional singer. I sing characters, so I kind of, each song I become an actor for that particular song. Sometimes it's like, you know, it'll take weeks, you know, to get that voice. So, yeah, I remember like when McCartney was talking about doing a darling. Like he went in and he did it every day for like a month. I kind of feel like I'm like that. But thank God I'm not in the movie industry, because directors would be like, we've been trying to get this one scene for 3 months now. But you know, you have all these different characters, and then your neck starts to become like, tense.
How do you come up with these characters?
I think when you fall deep into the song and you're singing, I start to think in patterns. And it's funny, when I met Jeff Daniels, I said, how do you remember lines and if it's a big monologue? And he said, I build up patterns in my mind and I work to these different patterns. And I find I do that as well. And then before you know it, you're on a street in India and there's an Indian girl like talking to you, or you're maybe in a futuristic movie and you're outside a shop singing to people. It's quite amazing how you can go there. And that just comes from being in the song and being on loop record and stuff.
And you guys have a new video. It's one of your singles, High and Low. Tell us about the concept and the making of that video.
We kind of just wanted to go to that other universe in the video, kind of like to another, I guess, dimension, and use like a lot more CGI. And so it's kind of like these, I guess, like Empire fans are in the Costa Rican jungle, and then I don't know, I guess like my singing characters, they fall into like a different train of thought, and before you know it, there's like boulders, and they're sort of in the land of Empire of the Sun. Kind of like Magic Faraway Tree. Like I read that to my kids, and it's just like you can climb that ladder and then jump into that world, but you gotta explore it before the world goes to the next one. Yeah.
So that's almost like your process for each song or each video, is you go into that world and you need to explore it and totally flesh it out and then move on to the next one.
Yeah, well, they're just, different characters come on different parts, like, sometimes it'll be, like the middle eight will be, I don't know, I'll be thinking about being maybe in like Moscow or something, on the train, on the underground, or it just differs from time to time, but I don't know what, but the feeling's so different every time for everyone, because of what you've experienced in your own life, Like for me, the other day I was surfing. I went to go surfing in Malibu, and like when Mac was playing, and it's beautiful skies, and that instantly transported me back to when I was a kid, looking at the west coast of California and what it'd be like to be around when the Eagles and the Beach Boys were here, and this and that. So all those things are built in everyone's personal mind. So I don't know where I go, but it's pretty exciting.
Is there anywhere that you haven't been that you've explored in a song or in a video?
Yeah, I guess like Iceland. Like Nick's been to Iceland, and he's always talking about it, and I always see those colours of the Northern Lights. And Japan, I've never been to Japan.
Really?
See, every time I say that, people go, all right, let me tell you about Japan for 8 hours.
No, I've never been. I
Really?
just feel like it would be something that you...
Have you been to Japan?
No.
My God. Let's talk about Japan. But I love so many things of, from Cornelius to Japanese culture to you know, the way the Japanese girls sing and the language and everything. So that would be a big one.
In what way do you feel like you've explored Japan without actually going there?
Well, I think through, you know, I love Japanese fashion. I love like the music and like one of my favorite artists is Cornelius, and he has been a big influence on my music. And, but you know, it's so precise and fashionable and ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Country.
And you're going on Jimmy Fallon in like 3 days, October 4th. What can we expect from that performance?
Just have to wait and see, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of big plans for that, but it was all a bit too over the top for, you know, a building in Rockefeller Center. So it's all pretty much come down to, I'm not really sure right now. So,
What were some of the big plans?
well, this record was about the going into a psychedelic jungle, you know. So it was about bringing in a, you know, the tree of life kind of thing in the studio and building a set of kind of empire in a, you know, like a Garden of Eden kind of thing, kind of like heaven on TV. But it's all right. Go to plan C.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us.
No worries. Thank you.
And for anyone who just tuned in or who has been watching, this is Q&A with Empire Sun on Facebook Live. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy your set.
It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. Yeah.
What can we expect from it? What can we expect from your
An
set?
amazing experience for all, and you know, we're doing songs from the new record, and it's gonna be great.
All right, so people
Yeah.